The Vancouver Canucks will pick 5th overall in the 2016 NHL Entry Draft. I was originally recording a live reaction video for this event when they announced all the rankings and everything, but that did not go so well. But regardless, we have the Vancouver Canucks at 5th. Winnipeg and Columbus win lotteries, so they jump up into the top 3. The first overall pick will go to Toronto, which is kind of expected. Toronto was last in the league. They kind of deserve to be first overall in here. Second overall was given to the Winnipeg Jets, and they had a big jump. They finished, 4th, 5th last in the league, and they were able to win a lottery, go up to second overall, and they knocked Edmonton and Vancouver down. Then also knocking Edmonton and Vancouver down was Columbus, because they won the third overall lottery. So our top 3 looks like Toronto, Winnipeg, Columbus. It looks like Matthews is going to go to Toronto, Laine will go to Winnipeg, and Jesse Puljujarvi will go to Columbus. Now, Vancouver's drafting at 5th, and when you're at 5th, it's either going to be Tkachuk or Dubois. That's basically what everyone's saying. Either Matthew Tkachuk or Pierre-Luc Dubois. As I said earlier in a video, Dubois has risen above Tkachuk in the rankings, but Tkachuk was mostly at 4th this entire year. He was mostly ahead of Dubois for the entirety of this year, but then just coming off of a little bit of a stint, Dubois comes up and he overtakes Tkachuk in the rankings, and I think the biggest reason is they're two players that are kind of alike, but Matthew Tkachuk plays with Marner and Dvorak, and Pierre-Luc Dubois plays on the Screaming Eagles with no other, legitimate quote-unquote stars on his team, other than, let's just say, Evgeny Svechnikov. But aside from that, that's about it. If you play with Dvorak and Marner, Christian Dvorak has had a very good season, and Mitch Marner looks fantastic, you're going to get some points as well. So people were saying for a little bit, is Tkachuk good because he's good or because he plays with Dvorak and Marner? Dvorak and Marner are very good, but the argument against that is that Dvorak and Marner, they're fantastic players. So if they have another line mate like Tkachuk, doesn't that mean that Tkachuk has to be fantastic in order to compete at the same level that Dvorak and Marner do? Now, it's really a toss-up who's going to go 4th or 5th, because really, it's just going to be Edmonton and Vancouver selecting between these two players, and Edmonton's going to make the choice on whether the Canucks take Tkachuk or Dubois. Linden and Benning, I believe they did say that they're going to draft where they finish, so I don't think they're going to be trading this pick up or anything. If they do, then please just make it a good trade. But Edmonton will decide if they're going to take Dubois or Tkachuk, and whichever one does not get picked will most likely go to Vancouver. So what does this mean for the Canucks? This means we're getting another winger prospect, and our left wing, as I said earlier, it's a bit weak. We have Gauntz, Kennins, Edom, and Berchi, and if you take a look at that, that's an okay set, you know. Edom had a good end of the season. Gauntz looks like he's probably going to have a full-time spot next year. Berchi is probably one of the only success stories for this Canucks team in the 2015-16 season. And Ronnie Kennins had some injury problems, so that could be a little bit tippy-toppy. But anyways, if the Canucks get a left winger in Tkachuk or Dubois, then their left winger section in their prospect pool automatically gets a big bump, because other than Berchi, Gauntz is probably the best bet there in that pool. Not saying Edom is bad or anything. Edom had a fantastic end of the season, but still, left wingers are going to be stacked for the Canucks in the coming future, especially with the additions of Dubois or Tkachuk. Now, really, what this looks like is the Canucks, we still need a number 1 center. We have Michael Gartig, so we have a few goalie prospects. We have Demko and Gartig, that's good. Our right wingers are still a bit lacking. We have Grenier, Besser, and Virtanen, but other than that, things are fine. I think we just need another center, or we need another franchise center, because we have centers, you know, we have Castles, McCann, Horvat, Vey, Granlund, but we don't have the guy who's going to be number 1. And if it does come to a point in the future where our first line becomes Besser, Horvat, and Dubois, Tkachuk, whoever we take, then, you know, that's fine, because not every team is going to have 3 superstars in the first line. I'm not saying that Bo Horvat won't be a superstar, but on a team that has like a Tavares or a Taves, I think Horvat is going to grow into a second-line center because he's the two-way guy. So, Canucks draft 5th overall. I know there are so many people that are disappointed by that, but it's just the way it is. It is what it is, to quote Jared McCann. Okay, that's not really a quote of Jared McCann. That's not that specific, but we have the 5th overall pick. We're either probably going to take Pierre-Luc Dubois or Matthew Tkachuk. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Plus, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to Larson and Gaming, and bye.